So I'm very glad I have this opportunity to present the studies on twin telepathy, what is called twin telepathy. 3 studies of the relationship among twins, between physiological, connectedness, and attachment. It's a cooperation between University of Greenwich and University of Gothenburg. By myself, Dr. Göran Brusewitz, as it is pronounced in Sweden. The phenomena twin telepathy, it's part of a thesis called Attachment and Exceptional Experiences Among Twins. By myself, being a PhD student at the University of Greenwich, with my supervisor, Dr. David Luke, and I was assisted by Professor Adrian Parker from the University of Gothenburg in Sweden, and Dr. Ann-Katrin Pohle. First, you may need a short background about twin telepathy research. As you may know, there are numerous anecdotal reports about this phenomenon, but only a few contemporary experimental studies. There were 2 studies published around 2012 by Jensen and Parker. And besides that, there have been approximately 10 studies during the years, most of them with small samples and with various methodology and technology. One study is often mentioned by Blackmore and Chamberlain from 1993. It is often mentioned by critical people. It indicated thought concordance as explanation, but they only used 3 pairs of twins, and the twins did not report any experiences of paranormal things. Besides this, there was a survey at the Department of Criminal Research in London, with whom I cooperated. They had a survey of their own in 2004 and 2005. And in this survey, they included questions if the twins were psychic. And besides this, I did myself a survey on twin telepathy that was published in JSPR in October 2013, which started my research. You may need to know what this kind of experiences look like. So I can mention a few examples. A young woman woke up in the middle of the night. She felt her stomach was on fire and couldn't even touch it. She was later told that her sister that night was taken to hospital for an emergency operation and had her appendix taken out. And for another pair, one twin complained of head pains, not knowing what happened to the other twin. She was far away and happened to slip and cut her head and was taken to hospital. In another case, one twin cut a finger quite badly with a carving knife. For the brother, far away, a finger went red and very sore, and the doctor they visited understood nothing. And the final example, a male twin was walking outdoors, and he suddenly found he couldn't walk. He could continue after a few minutes, and talking to his brother a few days later, he heard that his brother did have problems with this very day, with his hip coming out of joint. All these events have occurred rather in time, at the same time, corresponding in time, so it seems there is a connection between the twins in these cases. That is the background, rather physiological connection rather than mental. I did for my thesis 3 studies and compared telepathy with attachment. The first one was carried out at the university in May 2014. The second and third the following year, more central in London. In these 3 studies, I had 4 + 7 + 3 pairs of twins that were selected. from twins visiting a twin day in June 2013 at St. Thomas in London, with whom I cooperated. I was invited to these twin days. All pairs but one were identical twins from 23 to 65 of age. There were 700 twins participating in this day, at this day, and 130 filled a questionnaire about their experiences. As selection criteria, I had to look at what they reported on the questionnaire about their experiences. And with more experiences, they were more interested to invite. So I asked them, and they were also, of course, had to be able to visit London at the days it happened. So that was how I selected the twins.